All right, welcome back to the program, the 77 Podcast Show. We got a great show for you tonight. See, Deezy stops by with some hot takes. He plays a game with us called Know Your Blazers. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. We'll put some information down in our description. All right, let's go to Bo Dizzy, talk about the game. Bo? Right, Bo Dizzy, back-to-back blowouts. This time the Blazers blow out the Rockets. It's just like a revenge to show that they are able to blow out other teams, even though Dame struggled tonight.
Yeah, kind of a weird two-game set here, getting the win tonight. And the first half was a pretty close game. The Blazers pulled ahead a couple of times, but the Rockets just kept clawing back, and kind of felt like at the beginning of the third quarter, it was almost a sense of desperation, like we need to be pulling away from this team, and that's what the Blazers did. Honestly, now this 2 games in a row where it hasn't been much of a ball game, hasn't been that fun from the fan standpoint, an exciting game. Always exciting to see NBA basketball, but you just take it. You're going to get your lumps, and karma came quick with the blowout win tonight. So we'll just move on from here.
So Grant was out. Ant needed to step up, coming off of a 7-point game. Describe some of his game tonight then.
Yeah, he absolutely stepped up. When you've got Grant out, and you've got those 3 guys accounting for 60+ points every night, well, those points have to be picked up tonight. And I do believe between Dame and Ant, who had more of the points total for that 60, just under 60 points tonight. So that production's got to come from somewhere.
Now they blew him out, but what was the deal with Billups putting back in the starters with 7 minutes left, up by 17? Was that something to show the team, or is that something to show the Rockets?
Yeah, that was very noticeable, and I just think that last night those starters didn't get big minutes because of the blowout. And after all, they are ball players, and ball players need to be in the game and play ball. So I didn't think it was the worst move in the world at all. Those guys need time on the court together in all sorts of moments to come together as a team. So I don't have a problem with that tonight.
So their starting lineup's been kind of inconsistent every year or all year long so far. Do you think that has an effect on their play? Because I know Dame looked like he kind of just wanted everyone else to get into the game. There was some shit talking, and then seems like he kind of went away, but then got the ball to people who had a lot of assists tonight's game. I believe he had 10 assists, so he was getting the people involved. But with an inconsistent starting lineup, do you think they'll gel if it gets consistent?
Yeah, I mean, part of that is injuries early in the season. So every team goes through that. Can't really help that at all. But you could notice Dame tonight was the first few possessions, he gave up 3-point shots that he easily could have taken. So I definitely do agree with you. He was trying to get his teammates involved, and that's just what kind of guy Dame is. He's going to get his when he needs his, and he's looking to get other players involved. It's the perfect player to play with.
The collective, I think Billups calls it. You got to win as a collective team.
I like that.
So they got the win, and then Dame Lillard, just because of the namesake of the show is the 77 podcast. Dame Lillard is the 77th NBA player to score 18,000 points or more. Is that you think he cares about that, or you think I know he talked about the Clyde Drexler record, how he thought about now he's the all-time leading Blazer scorer. But I don't see Dame as a record guy. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's got to be proud. That's a landmark, and these guys they're regular guys, but they're also regular guys who are chasing history. And, Dame's going to become an immortal Blazer legend of all time. We're talking statue here. So absolutely that means something. What was interesting to me was they had a stat of the current players that had 18,000 total points. And most of those guys made sense to me, but there was a few that didn't make sense. So we've got LeBron, KD, Harden was on that list. Westbrook was on that list. Then you got Steph Curry, who obviously makes sense. And then the last two, DeMar DeRozan, I think, is going as a very underrated player, because there's no way I would have guessed him being on that list. And then you have Chris Paul, who's on that list, another guy who I wouldn't think would have that many points, but we're talking about all guys who have just shown consistency. So this is quite an honor.
CP3. It is quite an honor. Congratulations, Damian Lillard. All right, let's bring in C Dizzy for some hot takes and some levity in this blowout.
It's C Dizzy Hot Takes time.
So C Dizzy, welcome back. Haven't seen you for a while. Great to see you. I know you've been catching a lot of these games, and we've had discussions off air on some of these players, and you seem to be very fond of Josh Hart. What about Josh Hart? Have you noticed?
Josh Hart owns every loose ball. If there's a loose ball, Josh Hart gets it 50% of the time. He duplicates that every night, and I'm not sure how. Hustle stats have got to be tough to duplicate, but Josh is out there every night, 9 rebounds, bust a 3, get a ball, get a steal. I don't think there's many players like Josh.
Yeah, and especially at the position where he plays, he plays a 2-guard 3, so definitely an asset to any team.
I'd almost call him like an insane 4. Just by crashing, not by position or size, but he's like a 4 who gets 4. How many rebounds do you have tonight?
A grip.
All right, we're going to play a game called Know Your Blazer. Was this a Blazer? Know Your Blazer. Was this a Blazer? Go with UC Dizzy. Richard Anderson.
Yes. Historic Blazer.
Bo Dizzy. Ronnie Murphy.
Do we get to know if the answer is correct or not?
Yes,
after?
I will tell you that. Yes.
So
Ronnie Murphy, small forward.
No.
You're incorrect. He was on the Blazers. C Dizzy, Bill Winnington.
No.
That's correct. He was not on the Blazers. Bo Deezy. Steve Johnson.
Steve Johnson, yes, he was a Blazer.
You are correct.
Yeah.
We'll go here. C Dizzy, Juan Dixon.
He was like a 7th round draft or 7th pick over. He was a high pick, like 11 pick or something. They got Juan Dixon. He was a high, almost lottery pick, 1st rounder for sure.
So yes, was he a Blazer?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
You're correct.
Was he a lottery pick?
He played with Steve Blake at the University of Maryland, where they won an NCAA championship, I do believe.
But they 1st rounded him, correct? Was he a high pick?
It's not the game. That's a game later.
No, he was a high pick, I think, for the Wizards, right?
What pick was he?
Blazers didn't draft Juan Dixon?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. Hey,
Wait,
you gotta
yes.
be quiet.
Yes, he's a Blazer. Let's go.
All right. See, Bo Dizzy. Bo Dizzy. Charles Smith.
Charles Smith. I don't think Charles Smith was ever a Blazer.
Incorrect. Charles Smith was a Blazer.
All Blazers. I get all Blazers.
One season.
Can you tell us the season?
1989-90.
You just made that up.
No, I didn't. I'm looking at Basketball Reference.
That was the guy from the Knicks. I like that.
Yeah, that's a great. That's the website to look at.
Devin Booker. No, not Devin Booker.
He gets all the easy ones, man.
I was gonna say Devin George. Devin George.
Was he a Blazer? I don't think so. Oh, it's not my turn.
I can't even picture that player. He's a Laker, maybe? Devin
He was
George?
a Laker. He won a couple championships.
I don't recall him ever suiting up for PTB. I'm going with nah.
You're correct. Bo Deezy.
I don't like this game.
Bo Deezy. Was he a Blazer or was he not?
That's the game?
Clyde Mays. Clyde Mays.
Blazer.
Correct.
I figured it out.
C Dizzy. Was he a Blazer or not? Corky Calhoun. Corky Calhoun.
Should have been, so yes.
Yes, 1977 on the championship team. Corky Calhoun.
And I also think he played with the Flint Tropics with Coffee Black one year.
All right, for the win. We're all we're all tied up here. Everyone's tied up.
For the win.
For the win. Last caller. This goes to Bo Deezy.
Lightning round. Ready.
Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson was a Blazer.
Incorrect. Derek Anderson was a Blazer. Nick Anderson was not. He
3-point shooter for Orlando, and I think only
really
Orlando.
stepped in it. I really stepped in it. It's like if you would have asked me,
Boom Shay.
was he a Blazer? Jeff Drexler. It was the same trick.
All right, that's our show for tonight. I want to thank C Dizzy, Bo Dizzy, Mike Wally, Steve Powell, Abe Johnson, Lish, and of course the actor Vincent D'Onofrio. I want to thank JB from the Facebook group. I want everyone to have a great night. All right, everybody, we'll see you later. Good night.